Hi-ho, friends, and welcome to Drep and Stone, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Nicholas.
Sorry, I had a frog in my throat.
Good one.
Yeah, thanks. If you read the title of the episode, you know why that's funny.
That's right.
Hey, man, what you reading lately?
Reading?
Yeah.
Currently, I've had this stoic daily thing that I dip into.
Ooh.
It's a bunch of,
Daily?
like,
Do you dip into it?
I don't dip into it daily, but it's like a daily, like a what do you call those things? Like a
Devotional?
ish.
Yeah, okay.
But it's just like a daily stoic thing to think about. Cool. And it's just, it's all the different stoics.
Is that what's his face?
I'm sure it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
That guy.
Yeah, the guy who's the stoic guy.
Totally into the stoics.
Yeah, I was going to say Mark Manson, but it's not that guy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's the
other, don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, he's the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's totally that guy for sure. It's just like a daily, like, hey, think about this thing.
I love that.
It's like one page, read it, contemplate it. Cool.
Awesome.
Like it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What you been reading? Gonzo's Guide to
Spice
Entertainment.
Chickens. So I've been reading Escape into Meaning, essays on Superman, public benches, and other obsessions by one of my favorite YouTube video essayists.
Who's that?
That's the Nerd Writer.
Oh, yeah. Super cool.
Evan Pushak, I think his name is.
Very nice.
In fact, like once I'm done with that, I want to give it to you because I'm writing notes in it,
Yeah.
and I'm interested to see like your thoughts and perspectives on it too.
Hell yeah.
So I'll share that with you, and then those might actually make it into some episodes in the future.
Absolutely.
I like his take on art. I like his take on variety of things, and this book is a pretty good delve into like the essay form and just what it means to think about and write about and communicate ideas. I like
it. I didn't even know he had a book.
Yeah, he does.
That's epic.
Yeah, and I was gonna surprise you with it, but hey,
Ruined.
Well, I'm sorry.
I like it.
But that's what I'm reading. I didn't want to lie to you and be like, I'm reading War and Peace. I mean,
boring.
No. But I didn't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie.
Charlie Brown thought it was boring.
Well, that's Charlie Brown. The dude can't kick a football.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, we don't know if he can kick a football.
Maybe he can.
It's possible he can, but question.
You want
to drink something?
Yeah, always.
What are you in the mood for?
Whatever you got.
Oh, buddy.
What is that thing?
Oh, let me go grab it.
All right.
And I want your reaction.
Oh, man. Why we do this on the Muppet episode? It should be just a happy episode. We're going to talk about the Muppets, all the different things they do. And now we're going to ruin it with some horrible drink.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Boom, boom. Boom, da, da, da. Oh, SunnyD Vodka Seltzer.
What does it say, Kyle?
It says SunnyD Vodka Seltzer.
You know what's really funny?
What?
We mentioned the SunnyD on an episode at one point. Like it either came out last week or the week before.
Right.
And I figured.
Yeah, the sunny little thing.
Yeah.
Was reminiscent of the SunnyD.
So actually, this was recommended by a listener, Kyle. He said, you guys got to go try this, and I want to know the reaction. So I went out. I grabbed a 4-pack. Why are you taking a drink of water?
I got to clear my palate.
Are you sure you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it wants an honest reaction, I'm going to provide it.
All right. I'm going to read you some can words. This is a SunnyD vodka seltzer, as Kyle already said. It's 95 calories. It's 4.5% ABV, 0 sugar. Oh boy. Vodka with real fruit juice, sparkling water, natural orange flavor, and other natural flavors.
I saw a TikToker that his thing is he takes like really bad things for you and then like graphically designs and puts a new spin on it so that it doesn't sound horrible. He recently
Like what?
Well, the one that I watched recently was Coca-Cola. He's like, I'm going to rebrand Coca-Cola into a health drink.
Oh.
And so, like, he obviously, like, strips it down of everything recognizable as Coca-Cola.
Sure.
Puts it in, like, a tall, slimmer can.
Okay.
And then gives it an orange base with, like, a sunset. And was able to put things on there, like, all natural flavors because it's, like, it's corn syrup.
Sure.
You can claim that as it's low carb. Like, put all this stuff on the can. And it's like...
Whoa.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Like it's that easy.
Interesting.
You know, and legit, like it was like, okay, you just rebranded Coca-Cola as a health drink.
There you go.
Sick.
This says it's gluten-free. I know you've been, concerned about that lately.
Yeah.
It says, this is actually box words, so it's not canned words. We took your favorite legendary orange flavor and added vodka to create a delightful drinking experience that tastes like you're sipping on
SunnyD.
sunshine.
All right.
You ready?
So ready.
What color is it going to be?
I think it's gotta be orange, man. If it's SunnyD and it's not orange, that's messed up.
Here
if
we
it's
go.
clear, I'm gonna be so mad. God damn it.
It's not clear.
Well, it ain't orange.
Wait, I didn't give you enough. Give me back your glass.
You got it. You got it. You can have the rest. I'll give it to you. Ooh. Yikes. A little excited there.
You know what? Did you ever have like the mystery flavored Kool-Aid? It was like did not have a color. That's what this looks like. Just I don't know.
Just cloudy water.
Yeah, that's exactly. It looks like you ever had water with like too much air in it?
Yeah.
Like air in the
you
lines
just
or something?
replace the filter.
Exactly.
And it's like throwing those like really fine bubbles. And I
little
almost
bubbles. That's-
wondered, is this going to clear up?
I
But I don't think it will.
so. All right, on the nose. Oh God.
SunnyD.
No, it's not.
Well, it's like a really weak version.
It's a really
of
weak SunnyD.
SunnyD.
But it does have that like slight, like it's
You know
orange
what-
drink. It's not
Name
orange
it.
juice.
Name it.
What?
It's Sierra Mist.
It's Sierra Mist. Yeah, but it's Diet Sierra Mist.
Sure. Aspartame.
Yep.
Sierra Mist.
Oof.
Diet Sierra Mist.
It's that aspartame. It doesn't say. Let's see. Does it do? Now it doesn't say what it has in there, but it does say 95 calories.
95 calories.
So it's basically
You know
a
it's
health drink.
good for you, yeah.
I don't know about good for you.
Probiotics.
Who makes this? SunnyD is a
Nobody
trade-
was willing to put their name on
the
it.
American Beverage Corporation. I'm not. Yeah.
What's really interesting to me is like that SunnyD logo doesn't even look familiar. to
No,
me.
it's
like,
it's
does SunnyD not
I
have
think-
their shit?
no. I think they rebranded.
Branded?
No, I think they rebranded.
They're just like, no, anybody can say that.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I know that flavor.
Yeah.
You know what that flavor is? It's Emergency.
Yeah. It's
You ever had one of those?
and it's really close to Sierra Mist.
It's very close to Sierra Mist, but there's like a slightly more orange nature. Like Sierra
Yeah.
Mist is more limey. This is orangey.
Well, Sierra Mist has that more tartness, that more juicy quality to it. This is more just soda. SunnyD is not soda.
Burp real quick if you can. There's where the SunnyD is.
Sure. But I think you're kind of right. It is more in that like realm of like Alka-Seltzer, medicinal,
Blah 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 blah.
emergency kind of a thing.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the flavor,
Absolutely.
vitamin C packets.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this tastes like to me.
Man, it is like too much carbonation. It like attacks your palate with carbonation.
Yeah.
It's so many bubbles.
It's not off-putting. It's not pleasant, but it's not off-putting. Would I want another one? I mean, I got 3 more because I bought a 4-pack because that's all they came in. But like, I'm not gonna say I enjoy it, and I also don't hate it. It's not good.
I mean, it's strange that it's not by anybody.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, here's this recognizable brand and we made SunnyD with vodka. It doesn't do that. It's just SunnyD vodka seltzer. Like, is it made by SunnyD? Is SunnyD doing this? I don't think so.
No.
Canned by American Beverage Corporation, Cold Springs, Minnesota. SunnyD is a trademark of Sunny Delight Beverage Company. SunnyDcocktails.com.
Okay. I don't know what this tells you, but you know those the big hug drinks in like the barrel, the plastic little barrel with the foil top?
Yeah.
That is who American Beverage Corporation owns. Yep. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. Yeah, like the barrels.
Oh, they also American Beverage Corporation. You ever seen those cocktails in a bag in the freezer section of your local grocery store?
Definitely.
Yep.
Those frozen ones.
Yep. They make those too.
Same thing.
Yep. Indeed. So, there's at least a little bit of some sort of precedence to this.
Well, I
So-
mean,
so do you think Sunny D went to them and like, hey, can you make this for us?
no chance. It's definitely got to be them going to SunnyD and saying like, "Hey, I think we could attract some younger consumers. Do you mind if we put SunnyD on this vodka seltzer?" And they were like, "We don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Literally, that was the whole meeting.
Yeah, do what you want. We don't care.
We're Sunny D.
Yeah, we're SunnyD. Like, you can't hurt us."
Or like, who's drinking Sunny D still? When's the last time you had a Sunny D?
Oh man, it's been a long time.
Couple years?
At least 20.
I was gonna say.
I'd say like 25. Actually,
yeah, it's been a long
I haven't had
time.
a SunnyD in a hot minute, but it used to be a staple.
Yeah,
Yeah, in my younger years, there was a lot of SunnyD. Like I used to buy those big jugs of SunnyD, man.
I know the ones you're talking about. Like somehow Sam's Club, you can get them in a 2-pack. We got those. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you used to go through that stuff, man.
it's not good.
I don't know why.
I mean, it was good, but it's not good.
I guess
you know
it's cheaper than orange juice.
I guess it's not real anything. Like, I mean, the flavor of Sunny D is not orange.
No, it's tart, citrus,
Tangerine,
tang.
Yeah.
It's tang. It's
Yeah,
just already mixed
It's
up
already
for
mixed
you.
up tang.
Yeah.
But Sunny D didn't go to space, so it's not as cool.
Yeah, true story. But they had some
With that-
radical commercials
With that
man.
monkey though.
Yeah.
No, that was Tang. Had the orangutan commercial
Yeah, for sure.
with
was.
the orangutan in space.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like where again, there's no information provided.
No,
Is there actually vodka in this?
I don't know.
Certainly, you would have to think so for them to like put it so boldly on there.
I think there is.
Like where are you getting your vodka? What kind of vodka? Like what are we talking about here?
It's definitely not like a good vodka.
You can't find that out.
You go to a website, it's just like
You already finished yours.
I did just because
What the hell?
I needed it out of my purview. I guess it's not okay. It's not.
You're removing the ritual, sir.
I'm sorry. I think I chugged it. That's a joke for like 2 months down the road.
Yeah, for whenever you get to it. It's terrible. There's not a place for this in my current existence.
I'm sorry.
If I can put it as bluntly as that. There's just really not. Like there's nowhere that I enjoy this. There's no place that I would value this.
No, you're right. You're totally right.
I mean,
this is not
the terrible thing is that like I'd be really interested to see if we threw this against the other seltzers that we did a year ago. Where would this land within that cacophony?
I mean, we can cacophony
Because I feel like this actually has like a
happen.
decent amount of flavor.
I don't disagree, and it's not super sweet. Like
It's
to
not
me,
it's that aspartame sweet, which
yes,
is a little
but
off-putting.
but it's not okay. So we're releasing this episode in a couple of months, but we've recorded an episode with the Mountain Dew seltzers, like the hard Mountain Dew that'll come out some early summer.
Right.
But like those things were so damn sweet. They were like disgusting sweet. So like this in relation to that, which is like the closest seltzer experience I've had.
Right.
This is not nearly as bad.
Yeah, no, this is defeats those handily.
Yeah.
But just like in the term of like that seltzer realm,
Right.
I wonder where it fits in terms of like I remember like that the High Noon I remember being satisfying.
Yes, that is not a bad seltzer. That is a vodka seltzer.
This it has a hard time reaching that moniker because this to me is just
Foul.
fake and bubbly.
I think it's the bubbly aspartame, and you need more tangerine.
Yeah, and like it's leaning into the SunnyD thing of like, oh yeah, no, this is just adolescence with vodka.
Yeah, it's marketing to a certain individual.
A certain millennial that had SunnyD growing up.
Well, they
And
got
now,
me.
hey, you're an adult now.
They got me because I had to do it.
It's a millennial screwdriver.
They got me, and by virtue, they also got you because you just finished your half of this can.
Yeah.
So marketing successful, I guess.
You did the thing. We each had roughly 42.5 calories. Done.
Oh, it is 12 ounces. Okay. So, man, that is 42 2.5 calories I'll never get
Crushed
back.
it. Man, I'm sitting here looking at your whiskey shelf of like all the amazing drinks we could have had. And it's like, yep, no.
Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
I knew you would say this.
What did I say?
Everything you just said.
Oh, okay.
So I have a surprise for you.
Oh, shit.
Towards the end of this episode,
Yeah.
we will do something that I promise is not terrible. Okay, can I tell you that?
Okay.
As your friend, we've known each other over 10 years at this point.
Yeah,
I can tell you that we're gonna do something that you're not gonna hate. I'm
At the end.
I'm swearing to you.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
You're gonna like it.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Now that we have a terrible drink,
It's a drink.
Okay.
I won't give it the moniker of terrible. Try not to do that.
it's not
but
satisfying.
It's just not anything I would ever reach for. Can't imagine. Like, it'd have to be like the fridge is bare
and I need a drink. Okay, I can agree to that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something that's actually 100 times better?
Sure.
Okay.
What's that?
Let's talk about the Muppets.
The Muppets?
Yeah, did I not say that correctly?
No, you did.
Oh, okay.
Just
The
Muppets.
The Muppets. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Like you don't want to talk about. I mean, we can talk about.
No, let's talk about the
Okay.
Muppets.
Yeah.
What brought on the Muppets?
Nothing other than like I was like we both like Muppets.
I mean, they're about to have a new series
there's going to be a new
on Disney Plus.
There was a series on Disney Plus too. They brought the Muppets back.
Yeah.
And they're going to bring the Muppets back again,
Right.
or it's a
Just
continuation.
an ongoing thing. Who
Yeah, the
knows?
Muppets they ebb and flow.
Yeah.
they ebb and flow.
They do.
There's been several reboots of movies.
Yep.
I
I don't even know. They were not really even reboots. They're
no,
just
they're
like
just like continue.
just new things.
Yeah, you're right. They're not reboots. They're revamps.
Just trying
know,
to
continuation.
Yeah.
Bring it in-
Revamp's a good word.
revamp.
Trying
Yeah,
to bring
I
it
guess
back
bring
into
it
the
back. Yeah.
bring
Who,
back into
who
the.
knows exactly how old Kermit D Frog is?
He's
Is it
really
Kermit
old.
the or D? I think it's D, right?
I'm pretty sure the
Oh, damn.
Kermit
D-Frog.
Defrog. Kermit Defrog.
Maybe I'm thinking from that one character.
Kermit
Yeah. Anyway.
the Frog.
Yeah.
The Muppets.
Yeah, the Muppets. I don't know. Like I was listening to, man, what was I listening to? I was listening to a podcast series and they were talking about, it's kind of a podcast about like popular culture. And every once in a while, like they do things that are really timely.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, they just kind of like go back and rehash some things from the past.
Gotcha.
And one of the things that they did was talk about Muppets. And I was like, man, how have we not talked about the Muppets?
The Muppets. I mean, they've been a part of my existence as far back as I can remember.
Yeah. Honestly, like me too.
Yeah.
What was your first encounter with the Muppets?
I mean, it's somewhere around the age of like 4 or 5,
Yep.
6, where like I remember the Muppet Babies being a thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I also remember my sister and I watching particularly the Muppets Take Manhattan,
Yeah.
but also the Great Muppet Caper and obviously like the original Muppet movie.
Yep.
But specifically the Muppets Take Manhattan. I mean, we reference that a lot of like Together Again.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like that's from that movie.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a classic in my brain of like just a movie that's been with me from a very early age up until now. The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Yeah.
When the new movies came out, the Muppet movie and whatever the other one was.
The
Muppet-
Muppets redo a movie.
the
Muppets Now. No, that's the
that's the series.
that's the Muppets Most Wanted.
Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was clearly meant to be titled The Muppets Again.
Correct.
Based off of the first musical number.
Yeah.
And then they changed
They
it.
changed it. I don't
which
know why.
is really disappointing because I love The Muppets Again. And I think the movie's fine. And the movie would have worked if you just left it as The Muppets Again.
Right.
That's hilarious.
It is-
just
it
leave
is
it as that. Because the Muppet, what was it? The Muppet,
It was just the Muppets.
no, The Muppets
Oh.
Most Wanted.
Oh,
It was such a dumb title.
Yeah, it was
Ugh,
stupid.
So frustrating. Whoever
And-
made that call.
And who was it? It was Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
And
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. And what's the other guy's name?
Dude from
Modern
Family.
Ty
Burrell.
Ty Burrell, right?
Yep.
And like it wasn't bad because it's still Muppets, but it's not.
It was fine.
It was okay.
But to me, it was like literally just the title.
Yeah.
If you just left it as Muppets again, I would have been way more into it.
Well, and I think like for me, it's coming off of The Muppets, which was a couple years prior, and it's Jason Segel. But the best part about that is to me, and like knowing when those things came out, you had Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which came out several years prior,
right?
And in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, he's working on basically what is the Muppets,
right?
Do you remember that? Like he's working on basically like a puppet musical.
I totally forgot.
Yeah. So then like 2011,
right.
and then like The Muppets come out, and it's like, wait
a sec. Are these connected universes?
Exactly.
Oh, that's too funny.
So like I can't separate Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's a
and
prequel.
The Muppets. Even though they very clearly have nothing to do with each other, other than Jason Segel.
Oh, that's too funny.
But like, yeah, I don't know. That reboot is great. I mean, it's got
fantastic.
All the numbers. It's got
that soundtrack
funny.
slaps.
It does.
It really does.
It does.
It's so good.
Yeah. For me, my very first memory of the Muppets is Fraggle Rock. Like I remember being young, so young that like I didn't understand it, but like I was enamored with it.
Sure.
And because there's singing, there's puppets, there's things going on.
Well, and that does require the definition of our very first Muppet experience. Universally for our country is probably Sesame Street.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
And are they Muppets?
Ooh, okay.
Because Kermit the Frog was on Sesame Street.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, real quick, for me, what defines Muppet is there's got to be a couple things. There's got to be some velvet.
Sure.
There's got to be some musical numbers.
Okay.
Like that to me is what like quintessentially defines what is a Muppet.
Okay.
And here's, we were talking off pod.
Yeah.
This is why I don't think Yoda is a Muppet. No velvet, no singing. Frank Oz and Jim Henson absolutely involved
the voice
in
of Piggy and Fozzie.
I see your point, but that's
and Yoda.
Yeah.
Same performance.
Sure. Absolutely. But to me, like a Muppet, like think about every other Muppet thing. There's velvet because like every Muppet's velvet.
They're soft.
There's some hair that's like flowing everywhere. And there's like singing and dancing. I mean, think about the Labyrinth. You got David Bowie in a codpiece. Who doesn't like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure somebody doesn't.
It's not me.
But I feel like I'm sure there's an example. Though,
I'm sure.
In the Muppets where it's like
No
they're neither velvety
Yeah.
or ever sing, but it's like that's clearly a Muppet.
Dark Crystal. Do they dance in Dark Crystal? Is there
sure.
dancing singing?
I've never seen that one. But
No, you've
I'm
never
sure.
seen Dark Crystal?
No, I've only watched Labyrinth
Oh.
a singular time, and like just at the age it was in high school.
And you were
into
concerned with
different things.
People that you were with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I understand that
Had an
situation.
ex-girlfriend that loved the Labyrinth.
Okay. Dark Crystal, though, like there's some velvet.
Yeah.
I don't know
Good bit.
I don't remember there singing and dancing.
Right.
There's also a Dark Crystal reboot. You didn't see that either?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I remember that coming out on, was that Netflix? That was Netflix.
Yeah, I think
But
it was Netflix.
Didn't see it.
The Skeksis, I think, is
Ooh,
what?
Sexies.
Not
Nice.
Sexies. I think it's Skeksis. I don't remember.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're right, though. Like, well, I guess,
You're right.
no. What for you makes a Muppet?
To me, is Jim Henson involved?
But he's been dead for...
But I'm going back into that era.
Okay.
So that's to me why I feel like Sesame Street, yes.
Yeah.
Those are Muppets.
I agree.
And because it's the same people involved, even though it was Star Wars,
right.
to me, Yoda still works as a Muppet because it's still the same process. It's a puppet that I'm standing down low with my arm upreached.
I wish everybody else could see what I'm seeing right now.
Creating this Jedi Master
Yeah.
with my arm.
Floppy ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it still works that way.
Okay.
Just same way that I feel like, there's a large like argument of like, is Sesame Street Muppets or not? I think they are.
Yeah.
Because again, it's the same. It's the Jim Henson workshop, And granted, I understand that like it's like, but like the Muppets are like a specific thing. And I guess now at this point in time, it's like you can argue that it's separate because Sesame Street is its own thing.
Yeah.
And the Sesame Workshop, and Disney now owns the Muppets.
Right.
So you could definitely
I think you can make that distinction.
Keep
but
it separate now.
I don't know. Like, I think at its core, though, Sesame Street is Muppet. Like, Elmo is very clearly a Muppet.
No velvet. I guess his nose.
He's like furry. I mean, like, I know it's not velvet.
Not velvet.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that texture.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, Bert and Ernie, they're velvet.
Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie. Oscar the Grouch.
Furry. Monster.
Sure. Yeah.
Furry monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Bird? Neither. Not velvety. Not furry.
Not a Muppet.
Definitely not.
Creepy as shit. Man, Big Bird freaked me out as a kid. I don't know about you, but like, no.
I mean, do you remember the Big Bird movie? There was a movie about Big Bird.
Really?
Where like he was at Sesame Street and then like he decides to go on an adventure and then
he's trying to like find his family. Is
something
that right?
something like that. And he gets kidnapped at some point in time and he gets like spray painted blue.
I do remember this.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm conflating it with like parts of the early Muppet movies too, or like Big Bird just like.
Well, he was there.
Yeah,
he was in the audience at the end.
Yeah, so like maybe I just remembered that somehow.
The Jim Henson Workshop, man. I'm telling you, they're all Muppets.
Well, but
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, are they Muppets? They're not Muppets,
No,
even though they were Jim Henson,
right,
because they were not.
Okay,
it was not a
They were suits, if I'm not mistaken.
They were suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like because Jim Henson was involved with Lucasfilm, does that make Yoda a Muppet?
Yeah, it does. Yoda's
because that's not Jim. That's not Jim Henson Company.
That was Frank Oz.
Right, but. Okay.
Anyway.
But I agree with you. I think the first, most people's first introduction to Muppets is probably through Sesame Street.
Yeah, gotta be.
And I mean, like to also define a Muppet, I think you're right. It's a character in which an individual's hand is in maybe a couple of different things, and like they are manipulating the character.
Right.
I recognize like Big Bird is a person in a suit.
Right.
Snuffleupagus.
Who knows what's going on there?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I have no clue.
I'm not sure what animal that is, but I think that's also the point of a Muppet.
Yeah,
like it's not a thing. Like what is Snookums? No one knows. Or Sweetums. Snookums.
Snooky?
What is Sweetums? Nobody knows.
Yeah, monster.
Knows? Yeah, monster. So like I think that there's that kind of quality too. Like Oscar the Grouch is not an animal, but Big Bird is an animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember what the thing was, but like, there was like what a Muppet is like it's a puppet with something that starts with an M. I don't know what that was, but that's how they came up with the word Muppet. It's like, is it a maquette with a puppet?
The term Muppet was invented by Henson himself at the beginning of his career to actually describe the puppet act. So it wasn't a thing; it was the act. Sometimes claimed, but sometimes refuted. I'm literally, I just Googled it. So
sure.
Like, yeah, anybody could do that. That Henson created the term as a combination of the words marionette and puppet.
It is. Yeah, marionette.
Yeah. So some people say one thing, some people say another, but I don't know.
Yeah. That checks out.
I guess he claimed it at one point and then later recanted it, but I guess it had something to do with it was the act, not the actual character.
The performance.
Correct.
Muppeting.
Yeah, and when you think about like Muppets,
to Muppet,
I guess. Like it's like a vaudevillian kind of almost like sort of burlesque kind of variety show with a variety of a bunch of different things. Like I'm talking about like Muppets specifically, not like the larger world.
Right.
Like the Muppets. Which I think starts mid 70s ish?
No, maybe. I think Kermit gets his introduction like in the 50s.
Wow. Okay.
Like, it's like there's like video, like, black and white footage
you know what?
of like
yeah, you're right.
A very simplified
version of Kermit, yeah.
I mean, it may not be the 50s, but
no, you're right. 1955.
Boom.
Oh, well, I guess the Muppets were created by Henson in 1955. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and Kermit is the original Muppet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. He was on, let's see, I guess Sam and Friends was like the first introduction of the Muppets.
Yeah.
And then it was really Sesame Street became like after that.
Yep. And
then you had the Muppet Show in the late 70s.
Yep.
To like early 80s. But like, I don't know. Like I love that idea.
Well, I think it's, it's one of our favorite topics. It's nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like, I think the idea of the puppet show, of creating this group of characters that have a bit of an adult sense of humor,
But a child
around them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's there. It just pokes at it.
Right.
But it's still just the enjoyment of these kid-like entertainment.
Yeah. I think
entities.
I think it's that blend of semi-adult humor with whimsy.
Yeah.
And
it's really, honestly, the Muppets are just a distilled version of like Family Guy and The Simpsons.
Right.
And like the adult, animated movies of today. Back in the 70s, that's what it was.
Yep.
It was a more protected, a more safe version of it, but it was still like kids entertainment with quotes around it,
Right.
for adults.
Well, and I think like what made it successful to work for both is that you had obviously these like cute and sometimes scary puppets.
Right.
But then they were interacting with adults for the most part, but they were interacting in a childlike way, but in adult situations.
Right.
I don't believe that a frog is, orchestrating all of this insanity.
Right.
And like when he freaks out, that's what people would do. Like everything's going to hell. Like
Right.
absolutely. That's what a child or, someone could possibly do.
Right.
So I understand that, but also like they're interacting with actual humans too.
Right.
So I don't know. I think
There's enough innuendo and things like that to make it appropriate that adults would enjoy it.
right. But
While
would also
still being appropriate for kids.
exactly. It was
Yeah.
it was inappropriate enough that it would go over kids' heads.
Yeah.
And appropriate enough that a kid could watch it.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what makes the Muppets. And that you have all these kind of like really funny, subtle little jokes
Yep.
that also makes up that era of children's entertainment. I mean, you go back and watch a lot of movies that were children's movies. And I know we've talked about this. Wow. We watched
1,000%.
those
Yeah.
things?
Yeah. You didn't get it.
Right.
It wasn't for you. So you just, whew,
Exactly.
right over the head.
Yeah. I just like the singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Give me
Totally.
that rainbow connection one more time.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Hey, so before we talk about our favorite Muppets,
Yeah.
promised you a little bit ago
Yeah.
that I would give you something that you would probably like.
Something better than SunnyD vodka seltzer.
Are you still into that?
You know it?
You sure?
Yeah.
You sound a little tired.
Well, you said to trust you, and I'm going to do that.
Okay. I mean, unless you have anything else you want to talk about generally about Muppets.
Have you been on the boat with the Muppets?
No.
You will.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure the Fantasy is the one
Oh.
that has the Muppets on them.
Nope. Never been on it.
Like, do you know Pepe?
Yeah.
Little King Prawn?
Yeah. I was gonna say shrimp, but
He's got his own little cabin.
Own
little stateroom.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, because I always seen it's like it's by the children's area, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. That I have seen it.
Little Pepe's
Little
stateroom.
Pepe. Yeah.
That's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go grab it if you're good with it.
Go grab it.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Gotta get this SunnyD taste out of my mouth.
SunnyD. All right, Kyle. I've got for us the 3, 2, 1 Liftoff Light Ale.
Cool.
This is a Kolsch style ale.
Oh man, I love a Kolsch.
This is actually from the Dead Lizard Brewing Company, which is in Orlando, but this is brewed for NASA.
Wow.
Yeah, this is brewed for Kennedy Space Center. It's actually at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Center. You go there and you get a beer. You might be able to find the 321 Liftoff.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Space Coast brew.
Yeah. Dead Lizard is, like I said, in Orlando. I know recently they just had some issues with their location. So I think they're currently moving locations. But as far as I know, they're still brewing for Kennedy Space Center. But I've got some can words for you. Ready?
Lay 'em on me.
Even on the moon, a hot situation calls for the perfect light beer. 321 Liftoff Light is the perfect, easy drinking German-style Kolsch ale, fermented and lagered for a smooth body and finish. Just a hint of noble hops and a little twist of honey malt for a touch of sweet make this a must for every launch.
Nice.
I know. It comes in at 5.1% ABV.
What was it?
5.1.
5.1.
Yeah. You ready?
Where'd you find this?
I actually got this at the brewery itself. We had a couple friends give us a gift card, and we went there just before they They shut down so that they
Their
could
current location.
the current location so they can move. And we got a 4-pack of this, and we're gonna try it. You ready?
Bring it on. On the britches. Beautiful.
There you go. What's it look like?
It looks like a golden ale.
It does. Looks less Kolshy, more golden ale-y. Why is mine like hazy? Yours ain't hazy. Look at mine.
I got no idea. Yeah, yours like frosted.
Maybe it's just the glass. I don't know. What do you got on the nose?
Smells like a golden ale.
It smells like beer.
It does. It smells like just quintessential.
So I was talking with someone from the brewery, and I was like, y'all got beer? And they were like, yeah, actually, you should try the 3, 2, 1. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'll take it home.
Beer it is.
And so that's why, because like, again, we've talked about this before. You know, I am all for interesting experimental things.
Sure.
But if you've got a brewery that can do a Kolsch and do a Kolsch well,
Yep.
that's what I'm interested in. So
have you had this?
yeah,
Okay.
I have. Because I told you to trust me.
Yeah.
All right, shall we?
That gives me high hopes.
Ready?
That's all you want.
It's a beer.
Oh man, that aftertaste though. It's like you just ate a honey bun.
Yeah.
Like one of those, not a honey bun, not like a glazed thing, but like just like
There's
one of those
some,
like
there's some malty notes.
just like a nice warm,
Donut.
like a yeast roll with like some honey butter on it.
Yes. Like what was the like restaurant that did that? Was it Quincy's? You know,
Maybe.
Or like Orion's? Man.
Well, I know the cheddars really
yeah, like
is high on their
fluffy.
bread.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a really healthy yeast roll.
And by healthy, you mean it's not healthy at all.
Yeah, no, just so
It's
many calories.
butter. It's
But like
butter.
that honey butter
Oh man.
all over it. Man, that's delightful.
I told you I wasn't going to steer you wrong.
That is a solid way to end it.
Yeah,
for sure.
what's good about it is not only do you get all those malty, yeasty quality, which is fantastic, but it's light, refreshing,
Crushable.
it's easy going.
Yeah.
It's much better than SunnyD vodka seltzer.
Yeah, indeed. That's what I want right there on a hot day.
Oh yeah,
It's definitely not SunnyD
vodka
stuff.
Yeah,
It's absolutely this.
it's crushable. It's refreshing. It's definitely like just
Delicious.
fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see the art here. You got a lizard. It says on there that no lizards were harmed in making this beer. It's kind of cool. Kind of like a lizard on the moon.
Fermented and lagered for a smooth body and finish.
Yeah, so it means it's
Agreed.
fermented, kind of cold, and yeah, pretty damn good. So yeah, if
That's super fun.
if you run over to Kennedy Space Center, man, which I know you do pretty regularly,
On the regular.
yeah, you can pick up at least a pint of this in the visitor center or in the cafeteria while you're probably getting your astronaut ice cream
I like it.
with an astronaut.
Yeah.
You ever been to Kennedy Space Center?
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's expensive.
it's very expensive. It's fun.
I remember we looked at going a couple of years ago and we were just like, whoa, it's how much?
Yeah,
Delightful.
delightful. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Speaking of delightful,
Yep.
who or do you say who is your favorite Muppet or what is your favorite Muppet?
I think who?
Okay. Listen, we put this on Twitter
Yeah.
and we asked who is your favorite Muppet, and like every time
Which is your
which is your favorite? Oh, that would have been man. I posted this one and I said who is your favorite Muppet? And
Yeah.
no one called me on it, but I was like, is that the right thing to
Right,
ask?
right.
Yeah. So who is your favorite Muppet? Or maybe if you can't pick one,
Yeah.
maybe like a top 3.
It's definitely changed throughout the years. For a long time it was classic Gonzo, just because like he's like the wild and crazy one.
Yeah.
At this point in time, though, like I definitely went through a phase of really just like appreciating Kermit.
Sure.
But I think currently in my most present state, it's probably Fozzie.
Ooh.
Fozzie Bear.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate that, like, always trying to keep things like lighthearted and, try not to like focus on the negative and like, but like a lot of times like failing at that and just like, I think it's like the dad joke.
Yeah.
Just being a dad in general.
But letting it kind of wash over you and just
Just
not
like you
affect
understand
yeah.
that it's really not that funny. But
Yeah.
like you still say it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. I really kind of dig Fozzie at this point in time.
Okay.
How about you?
I would say very similar in that like I've gone through phases.
Yeah.
Definitely like some Gonzo. Gonzo's great just because like you said, kind of wild and crazy and like What is Gonzo? It's that debate of what the hell is that thing?
Blue hook-nosed being.
Is he an alien? Who knows?
Well, did you see Muppets in Space?
I did see Muppets in Space.
So, yeah, I think he's an alien.
I think he's an alien. All of the, I don't want to say all of the Sesame Street, but like, you know, Elmo as a young kid, like you kind of identify with like that innocence of that character.
Like, I'm old enough that like Elmo wasn't on Sesame Street when I watched Sesame Street.
Okay,
like, I remember Elmo being introduced.
Oh,
yeah.
When was Elmo introduced?
I don't know.
Okay.
First appearance was in 1980.
Oh,
so maybe I don't remember his introduction, but I guess it's just more like his prominence.
Yeah. Okay. And so like, you know, through Muppet Treasure Island and Muppet Christmas Carol, it was, you know, Gonzo because of those things, Elmo as a young kid, and then like Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
The kind of the critics as I got a little bit older, because, you know, it's just, they're funny and like in like the worst way kind of funny.
Right.
But I've always throughout, regardless of like those changes, I've always loved Animal. And I think it's because partly like I am a drummer. I've played drums since late elementary, early middle school age. And I kind of like identify with him because of that, but also that like a little bit unhinged, but can do the thing. Like I don't know. I like that like wild kind of.
Right. Once the rhythm gets in you,
Exactly.
I just gotta go.
Exactly. Like you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Try and stop it.
Yeah. That's my trigger word.
Try and stop it.
Drums.
Oh.
It's also Jack Black's trigger word.
Drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the safe word too, just so you want to know, in case you want to know. Too much?
No.
Okay.
I need to know.
Yeah. Well, I figured you did. I mean, it's been long enough at this point. Yeah. I really love Animal, and but then like I have like smaller favorites. Like I really like Sam Eagle.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like just deadpan. He's not gonna waver. America.
Beaker.
Love
me some Meat.
Yep. Meat's great.
Love me some Beaker.
And I don't know, like I love Kermit.
It's hard to beat a classic Kermit and Piggy.
Yep.
Like the duo.
Yep.
Like they are classic. I mean, how about Lou Zealand?
Lou Zealand. Who is Lou Zealand?
Lou Zealand is the dude that like wears like this weird like almost like a clown costume, but he has the boomerang fish.
Oh yeah.
And Swedish Chef. Come
so
on.
Good. It's so good.
Vert de Ferk. That's my favorite shirt. That's like my favorite Muppet shirt. It's just Swedish Chef, Vert de Ferk. Vert de Ferk. I love you some Swedish Chef, man.
And I think like that's the thing. It's like when you start to pick apart different characters and different Muppets as a whole, it's like, yeah, but you can't leave this one out. And you can't leave
Camilla,
this one out.
The chickens,
exactly.
The penguins,
exactly.
Like, I mean, Rizzo,
Rolf. God, so
Rolf.
Good. Oh, so good,
dude.
So like, I think that's to me, it's that ensemble nature is what really truly makes the Muppets.
Indeed,
it's like, yes. Can I have just Kermit?
Right.
Okay, sure. Can I have just Fozzie and Gonzo? I can. But it's all of them together. That's what makes the Muppets.
And that's the best argument for what you were saying of what is a Muppet and what's not a Muppet. Like Yoda's not a Muppet because he's not in that ensemble.
And that, yeah, there you go.
Agreed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I need to come to the dark side.
That's the best way to explain it. Of like when you think of like those characters, they are the Muppets.
Yep.
And that's what Disney owns. So yes, they are. Even though they own Yoda too. But yeah.
Yeah. So I've got
Rolf is so good.
Ralph is good. Rolf. I keep saying Ralph. Rolf. Yeah.
Rolf.
Yep. I got a question.
Yep.
Do the Muppets have future staying power?
I think that is yet to be decided upon. Like, can they? Yes, they certainly can if they find the right avenue.
Mm-hmm.
I think certainly everybody thought that with the new Muppet movie that was going to be like the resurgence, and it worked for nostalgia.
Right. I think it worked for our age group.
Yeah, it's like people who grew up with it.
Yeah,
it's like, yes, it's nice to see it in HD.
Yeah,
you know, but it's I think it's yet to be seen. Like, can it exist beyond that? Can they do something new and interesting with it. And I think for a long time, I think like right before that movie came out, I remember there was like this like YouTube, like the Muppets had their own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where they were just doing like shorts.
Yep. I was
And,
literally
like,
just going to say that.
They did a Bohemian Rhapsody cover that was hilarious.
Yeah, and it's great. It
And
still holds up.
They did a thing where like Rolf was going around and like interviewing other dogs, like but like real dogs.
Yeah.
And that was funny. And it was like, oh man, like I remember at that point in time thinking like that's how the Muppets work.
Yes.
Is in this like very like confined, interesting, funny thing of like where it was like a segment of SNL.
Larger. Yeah.
Like it was like a segment of like, you know, like
It's carpool karaoke.
when my
it's
kids
like a small thing.
When my kids were younger and we watched Sesame Street with them, like my kids honestly never really got into Sesame Street. We tried to force it on them, but they never really liked it. But my wife and I loved it. Like we were always
you
like,
will watch
yeah,
this.
we were watching Sesame Street while like the kids were like running around doing whatever they wanted to. And like I remember like there was just like this new monster that they introduced with Murray, and it was Murray on the street and his little lamb. It was Murray had a little lamb. My God, that stuff owned me. I thought it was so funny and so hilarious. Like I loved waiting for like the next Murray on the street. So funny. But it's just one of those things. Like it was just a segment,
Right.
Like, you know, I always thought like the Abby Cadabby stuff was just kind of like iffy. I thought that was kind of like where the Muppets had the most success contemporarily, was just in that short bit kind of a thing. Like they did a Muppets Haunted Mansion a
couple years ago.
like I think it was in COVID.
Yeah, 2021, I think.
And it was like
It was fine.
it was okay.
Yeah, I watched it, and Carol was like, "Nope, I'm good."
And then they did this Muppets Now thing, and I remember watching the first episode of that,
Yep.
like really jazzed, like
Yeah,
hoping
me
like
too.
this is gonna be the thing.
It's not.
Well, I gotta say, there was some drama that happened,
Oh,
and the guy that had been voicing Kermit for like the past like 20 years had some issues, and they replaced him.
I didn't know that.
It was like an internal struggle kind of a thing. I don't know if it was like he made some post or something. I don't really remember what it was, but they changed him. And this was the guy that did the voice for a really long time. I want to say like starting around like Muppet Christmas Carol all the way up until like these two newer movies. He was the voice of Kermit, and then they changed it due to whatever struggle it was. The new guy,
It doesn't land. Yeah.
he didn't sound like Kermit.
Yeah.
And like that's a hard out for me.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't even know. Like I could. That's a good point. Like I could never pinpoint why I didn't like it.
yeah.
Like it was fine, but like that makes a lot of sense now.
I remember like watching the first couple of episodes because we were little, like we love the Muppets.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we really enjoy the Muppets. Like we have like little Muppet figurines and stuff. Like we really love the Muppets. And we were really excited about this. And we always watch everything. And like there's a new Muppet thing coming out soon.
Yeah.
And like same kind of thing. My wife was like, "Are you really excited about this?" And I'm like, "I want to be, but like if Kermit doesn't sound like Kermit,
But I've been here.
I'm out." It might be the same thing with Gonzo and Fozzie,
Yeah.
but dang it, if you can't nail Kermit, I don't know that I want to watch it. And like I've seen like there's enough like people on TikTok and Instagram and stuff that like do their own thing. Like I saw this one earlier where this person had like crafted their own Kermit and was doing the voice and everything. And it's like, hire that person right now because they've got it.
They got
are
the thing.
nailing it. And like there's just because those characters are so, it's like it'd be like Mickey Mouse not sounding like Mickey Mouse.
Right.
You'd be like, I don't care about this. Like it just immediately drops the appreciation of the thing because it's like you're not taking the care to get that right.
Yeah.
Then I'm not invested.
I'm not bought in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that new. I think it's a series, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think it's like a variety show.
Variety show, like they're trying to do. Let's see. Actually, it just came out. Like the trailer just came out not that long ago. Earlier in April, in terms of like when we're recording this, came out early April, and it's called the Muppets Mayhem.
Yeah.
It's going to follow Animal and the rest of the Electric Mayhem band.
Right,
Dr. Keith and Electric Mayhem.
That
freaking great.
That's probably a great way.
Exactly.
Like, let's take the pressure off the main
Exactly.
crew.
Yep.
That's probably a good call.
Let's do it. And you can have like appearances by all the main Muppets.
Right.
But like focus on a smaller kind of side Muppet.
Right.
And that might be the take.
Yeah.
Much like, and I think they figured this out with like The Mandalorian and other things that are successful in that way of if you focus on the main storyline,
right.
Focus on something ancillary or focus on something on the side. And like that might be the ticket.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. All right. At this point in time, what is your favorite Muppet movie show
Ooh, man, that's tough.
experience?
I'm going to say Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it just...
It might be
for
just
so many
the
reasons.
best thing that the Muppets ever did.
It just, I mean, fucking Michael Caine.
My cocaine.
And like, it's telling a classic story, but in the Muppet way.
Right.
And I love that story. And like, I love how straight-laced Michael Caine plays Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
And like, I can't imagine how like that was on set of you have like Muppets and then Michael Caine just being Michael Caine.
Well, just nailing Scrooge, like
That's
giving like the
perfect.
best Scrooge
In a Muppet movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wild.
it's fantastic. It is a great adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be Muppets. It's
Yeah.
good. I really, that to me is my favorite one. Probably followed by the original Muppet movie. I don't know. Muppets Take Manhattan's great though too. What about you?
I'd have to give a couple of honorable mentions.
Okay.
Of Muppets Take Manhattan. That movie is special for me.
Age range wise?
Well, age range and like just like I can totally remember watching that with my sister. The scene where they're like riding the bikes. I remember like there's like a really funny TikTok right now that I saw the other day of like this guy's like, that's freaking amazing. And it's just Kermit riding the bike. He's like, you can't top that. That is so freaking amazing. And then it like goes to the next scene where it's like all the Muppets on the bikes. He's like, oh my God. So funny. And then like the actual Muppet babies that the
Yeah.
cartoon was
The
based
cartoon's
off had
funny.
their like scene in that, like nuts.
Yeah.
Love that one. And then they get married. You can't beat it. Also, we just talked about this. We frequent Disney cruises.
Uh-huh.
There is a Disney cruise ship that has the Muppets on board.
Yeah.
That's a cool experience.
It is.
Like
It really is.
they have this whole like interactive like experience where you can go throughout like different levels and locations on the ship where you interact with the Muppets to try to solve a mystery. That's cool. It's a fun time. But there's an attraction at the Hollywood Studios that is Muppet Vision 3D. And I think that is such a great experience, and they nail the Muppets so well within that.
Yeah.
There's like a real life, like animatronic version of Waldorf and Statler
Yeah.
up there doing their shtick. Sweetums comes out in live action and interacts, but like it's short and it's like a couple of different segments. There's this great finale with Sam Eagle, and like it's a celebration of all nations, but mostly America. It's a glorious 3-hour finale, and Kermit's like, "You got 3 minutes." He's like, "Oh, so funny!" Like it's just like they nailed it in that really
Attraction. Yeah.
tight
It's so
attraction.
good.
And I don't know if you saw it, but like there was a Magic Kingdom thing that they were doing in Liberty Square where it was like the Muppets would come out.
I did see this. Yeah.
Do like different stories of American folklore and stuff, and it was fantastic. We only like happened upon it once, I think, while they were doing it, but like amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was like they were in windows, so it was actual performers doing the actual Muppets.
Yeah, you know what? I've actually seen it, and I was like, "What the hell is going on there?" And then like didn't really understand, and like it was pretty late.
Like
in
it
the-
obviously had to have been pre-recorded. It's not
Yeah.
like you were doing like they were riffing on stuff, but like it was spot on.
Yeah.
Like it was really impressive too. So like to like kind of experience them in the real was really neat. But no, like the Muppet Vision 3D, as it's outdated at this point in time for the content that they have within it. I would appreciate an update to it, but I can appreciate it for what it is, and it's so tight. They did it so well.
Yeah.
that at the same time, I'd almost be like, oof, if you redid it, it's not going to be as good.
Yeah.
Even though it's dated and it has its issues. Because like they blow up the theater and stuff like that. And it's so well done.
It is really well done.
Very Muppet.
It's
like
very Muppet
to the, power of 10.
And like, I mean, I don't go to that theme park very often, but the times that I have gone, it's always like, there's always people there. And it's a pretty popular attraction.
People got to do something. And like there's the restaurant there that used to be Pizza Planet that they rethemed to Rizzo's Pizzeria.
Oh.
And there's a lot of cool like nostalgic stuff in there when you go around and like look at the detail that they put into that restaurant. Like there's a lot of cool Muppet stuff in there too.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have to go back.
It's fun.
I know a guy.
Yeah. I know that same guy.
We'll have to go back.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything else?
No. Hey man, good finish beer.
Oh, I was gonna say
delightful. I love the aftertaste on this thing, man.
So you want another SunnyD vodka seltzer? Is what you're saying?
No. This 3-2-1 Liftoff Light Ale, Kolsch style ale. That's delightful.
Yeah, good on you, Dead Lizard Brewing, because it is a great beer. And again, it is a testament to when you have a brewery that does a great light beer or a great Kolsch or Pilsner, like that to me is impressive, and I'm impressed.
Yeah, makes me want to like check out everything else you got.
Yeah. Well, we want to know what you think about the SunnyD vodka seltzer.
Can you do a Muppet?
No, I'm not very good
Nobody?
with voices. I'm not very good with voices.
Piggy, Kermit the Frog here. Hi ho.
Can you do the whole outro as Kermit?
No way.
I believe.
I think
in you.
my Fozzie's a little bit. Thank you, Kermit. Waka waka.
You nail these impressions.
Sun shining bright above you. That's Piggy.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
That's all I got.
Okay. I was like,
I had to get him in there. I had to like the same guy that like introduced me to The Last of Us. He always said thank you that way as Fozzie. Like, that was like the thing that him and his family did. Thank you. And so like it became a thing that me and him did all the time in the studio. So that one's always been like right there. Like, thank you.
But it's funny when you say thank you, like I hear Yoda too.
Right. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we'd love to know what you think about the SunnyD vodka seltzer.
I don't know that we do. If you love it, good on you. Don't let us know.
We do want to know what you think about the 3-2-1 Liftoff Light Ale.
Yeah, that's delicious. Name another style of or a different brewery that's done a light ale that just like nails it. We'll try to like find that stuff.
Or even better, send us some and we'll feature you and it.
Good call.
On the podcast. We also want to know who is your favorite Muppet, or which is your favorite Muppet?
Yeah, which is your favorite Muppet? What's your favorite Muppet movie?
Yeah.
Pepe. We didn't even talk about Pepe.
Pepe. So good.
The King Prawn.
Can you give me your Pepe?
Oh, no, I can't.
Okay.
I'd have to like watch him.
Okay.
I can't like pull him out of Pepe, okay?
It's kind of lean stereotype.
Yeah.
Careful.
It's what they do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Come find us, like a thing, share a thing, comment on a thing. We'll appreciate all those things. And then we'll say, thank you. Thank you.
You can support the podcast through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/drepandstone. A lot of really cool stuff going on there. Some behind the scenes, some tonight's pours, some quick little meetings, things of that nature. It's always a good time on Patreon.
Indeed.
And you can also support the podcast by rating Drep and Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. And finally, you can support the podcast by telling someone about Drep and Stone. But we're going to let Fozzie do it.
Hey, Kermit! Have you listened to the newest episode of Drip and Stone? Oh, it's so good. Waka.
And Kermit responds,
hey, Fozzie. Yeah, I totally did listen to that episode of Drip and Stone. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah. Hi-ho.
Okay.
Drums.
No, that's the easy one.
Animal. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. You gonna look anything up or nothing?
Nah.
I didn't figure.
I'm good. That's probably like the one episode where we did talk about them the most was the Christmas Carol.
Oh, okay. What is Kermit's greeting?
Hi-ho. Hi-ho. The Daily Stoic. I think that might have been what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Sorry, I forgot the name of it.
It's embrace the bitter
Yeah.
at its core. I try my best. I do.
All right. Thumbs up.
Interesting. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems.
No shit.
So say what?
Swear to me.
Swear. I don't like that. Can't look in your eyes and say, swear to me. My Batman voice.
But Carol's home.
Okay.
So
Time to eat?
I don't take that out. You want to say that differently? I'll cut that out for posterity's sake. Has she started? Is this the obnoxious part?
No, I don't think it's been 30.
Oh, blender. Well,
So they're like, what's another light ale that, like, man, you're not willing to, like, destroy a 6-pack of running over it in your 4x4 pickup truck?
Buddy, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
meep.